Hey, what's up guys? So let's take a look at how we can make some kind of 3D health bar system. So when I click on mouse 0, it applies a damage to each one of these, and if I left click or right click, then it just heals them up. This can be extended to be used in 2D. It's the same logic, but we are going to see how it's made in 3D. Alright, so let's take a look. So here is our scene setup. We've got the health background, which is a prefab, and we've got two capsules, capsule 1 and capsule 2, as well as our main camera, which looks at both of them, and a testing game object. This is what applies a random damage or heal to each one of these health bar. For you, this would be your enemy script or potion script or anything that would change or affect the health of your player or enemies. And if we investigate the actual health background, we've got two objects. So one is the actual background itself, so the dark red part, while the other one is just the bright red indicator. Starting off with the background, we have a sprite renderer, so it's a 2D object. We have a sprite renderer, a look at camera, and a health bar script. As for the health one, we only have a sprite renderer, For the background, we've used a simple rounded field sprite. You can use your own here. And the draw mode is set to sliced, reason being so that we can actually scale them without having the corners distorted. That's why I'm using this width here and the sliced draw mode. And as for the health one, we are using another version of the rounded fill, so it's basically just a duplicate for the other one. However, the difference here is that we have the pivot set to 0 on the X, so 0 on the X and then 0.5 on the Y, as opposed to 0.5 and 0.5. So this is the only difference between the two sprites. So this allows us to anchor the 2D object here itself. So when I'm modifying the width, as you can see, it simply adds the width to the left or to the right depending on your setup. Alright, so that's about it for the actual scene setup. And one last thing is the variable setup here. So for the look at camera, we have referenced the main camera, and for the world up, it's -1 on the Y. The reason being is this will, if you put 1 here, for instance, if you put 1, it would actually rotate this 180 degrees, so like this. So that's why I negated the world up by -1 on the Y. As for the health bar, we have a max health, a current health, as well as the width range, which indicates what is the maximum and what is the minimum width of this health bar. Obviously, this will depend largely on your prefab and on your specific use case. So let's take a look at the actual coding side of things. So here is the look at camera script. This basically only contains two variables, as we saw earlier, a transform for the main camera and a vector free for the world up. And then on void fixed update, we just call transform.lookat, and we feed in the main camera as well as the world up. That's it. This will allow the health object to always face the camera, no matter where the camera is. Moving on to the next one, which is the actual health bar. For the health bar, we have some variables, starting off with the sprite renderer, which is for the health bar view, so the bright red part. Then we've got the width range, as indicated before. Max health and current health is pretty self-explanatory, as well as a private field called size. The size is basically here to be initialized with the initial width and height of the actual health bar view size. This is used because later on we are actually modifying the X value, but we want the Y value to remain unchanged. So that's why I want to cache the original size first. So on void update, we also put the current health to 0 for now, and then change the health to the maximum health. So I'm just changing the current health to 0 and calling the change health, passing on the maximum health. So this allows us to put the current health as the max health, as well as update the actual UI. As for the method of change health, it takes in a variable called health. We add health to current health, and then we calculate the normalized health, which is basically taking the current health divided by the maximum health. So this will return a value between 0 and 1, which we can then use to get the desired size using the math.lerp. So we are basically lerping through the minimum range to the maximum range by time t, which is our normalized health. Then we are just overwriting the size.x with whatever value we've got here, and then we just override the size itself to the help of u.size. And this is our test script, which basically contains a list of all health bar objects, and on void update we just apply a random value from 0 to 25 if we click, and we heal it by a random value of 0 to 25 if we right click. So that's about it for the coding side of things, and if you followed this tutorial carefully, then your system should work just like here. It should technically react to health changes, which is deducting or adding new health points. And yeah, so if you guys found this video helpful, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and also don't forget to let me know, guys, what you want me to cover on next. Usually smaller videos if you prefer. And on this note, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.